Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. I'm your host, Frank Holder. This is the show we talk about sports with comedians. Let's get ready to bring in my man, Maurice Smith. Bo, how you doing, bro? How's everything? While we
Oh
wait for
man,
you guys to come in.
I'm doing fair for a square. How about you, Frank? How you feeling, man?
That's that New York in you, that fair for a square. That's
No,
what
actually, no. I got that up here.
you did?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. I
If
ain't
I
mad
was in, if I was in New York, I'd be like, I'm good, son. How you doing?
at
Good, son. Up here, I'm doing fair for a square. Dog.
Yeah, that's how it is up here. Yeah, that's how it is. So, Mo, what's shaking in your world, man? What's the hot thing going on in your world before we jump and talk about some of the sports while we wait some of these guys to come in?
Hot thing going on in my world is working on this writing. I got some ideas for some things that I'm trying to put together. Um, for I guess development project on some comedy that I want to write, that I've been inspired to write. Working with you, I'm working with El Chapo, the El Chapo of the comedy world.
Here we go with that again. El Chapo.
You are the El Chapo of the comedy world. Anytime you put out a Facebook post and Lavelle Crawford answers personally and tells you, keep your head up. You've been grinding forever. You the El Chapo of the comedy world.
Nah, I'm not the El Chapo, but I appreciate that. I
What you
appreciate that.
mean you
Mike is
not?
having
How
a hard
can you
time.
listen? You the El Chapo of the comedy world, Frank. Come on, man. You got a product, you bagged it up, and you sold it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up in there and everything. So look like Mike's having a hard time trying to get in this thing. So we're gonna try to do what we got. I sent him the link again. Let's see what happens. You know what I need to do too? I need to put the link up on Facebook to let people join it. But speaking of Facebook, to all the people out there watching, and thank you all for watching. It looks like it's let's see. It looks like it's Alfreda, Trina, and I can't see the other names because the other names don't show up. But I don't know who said El
Let's
Chapo. Man.
Hey Alfreda, hey Trina. He is the El Chapo of the comedy world. He's hard to catch. He is, unless you know where to catch him at from 1 to 2. He's hard to catch, just like El Chapo was hard to catch.
Mike, you having a good hard time getting in, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got my McDonald's right here. So don't.
McDonald's.
McDonald's, what y'all talking about?
McDonald's.
We
He
get
is
ready
the,
to jump into it. We waiting on you.
we
We
was
ready.
calling him the El Chapo of the comedy world.
Here we go with that again. All right, so y'all ready to get into it, man? Since Mike is in the building, you ready to get into it?
Let's go.
All right, so first up, man, I don't know if you guys heard about this. Let me put it on the Summer Jam. Mike, you gonna go first. Mike, you go because we on the Summer Jam. We heard that Willie McGinnis is been officially charged with 2 felonies stemming from an alleged assault in a Los Angeles area nightclub in December. He faces these charges, each count from the LA District Office with assault with a deadly weapon and assault by means of force. And he's facing up to 4 years and a possible fine of $10,000. Now we all know that it's going to get knocked down and everything else, but it's another athlete who's faces gone through this. Ex-athlete looked like he lost his gig too at the NFL Network too, which is pretty sad because I thought he was really good on that. What's your take on that, Mike Sean?
Mo has a segment called "Sit Your Ass Down," and I want to start for 1 second a segment called "That's What Your Ass Get." It's called "That's What Your Ass Get" for trying to act. You in your 40s trying to act like you in your 20s, going to a restaurant and grabbing somebody up. That's what your ass get. I don't feel bad for him losing his gig. That's what your ass get, trying to not understand. I'm 52 years old. I know what I do. I do this, I do that, I do this. What I don't do is go to restaurants, grip somebody up for whatever reason, because I know what I got to lose and I know what's at stake. I don't have an excuse of, oh, I'm 22 years old. Oh, I'm 30 years old. No, that's what your ass get, Willie McGinnis. That's what you get for trying to be arrogant and ignorant and trying to act like you one of them young folks. You ain't one of the young folks. The first thing out your mouth, if they said, "Oh, he said this, he did that," the first thing out your mouth should have been like, "Okay," and you should have kept it moving. That's what your ass gets.
There it is with that. Look like we got other people commenting on the side. It looks like it was Renee. Hi, Renee. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Sound like he got a new segment over there, Mo. Sound like he got a new segment. I kind of like that segment. That's what you get.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder, did he snatch up Mike Sean personally? Because it sounds he was Mike Shaw was all up in this. Like if it was him or personal, he snatched up your sister or something. Was that an ex-girlfriend of yours or something? That's what his ass get, I guess. I like that, but yeah, listening to the charges, man, it sounds like this is gonna get bumped down to time served. And a bullcrap fine. Come on, subject to 4 years and a $10,000 fine in Los Angeles. That right there says they ain't got no case. They don't have no case.
They got a
and
video.
they reach it, but they still ain't. Still, if they only offering, they say you can get up to 4 years and a $10,000 fine. Being someone that has known people to be in part of the criminal element, I know that means we ain't got no case.
Still
not a big enough case to take up the crime system. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of that, the New Orleans Saints running back Alvin Kamara appeared in a Las Vegas court Wednesday. He was arraigned on battery stemming charges from an alleged nightclub incident too. He also was involved with the Cincinnati Bengals cornerback Chris Lemons, and he was also arraigned on those same charges. And these guys look almost identical charges. So the difference is they're in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? They ran up on some people in Vegas, fighting against Mike. Should the NFL? Here's a new question. Should the NFL come down harder on these guys who are committing crimes because it's hurting their brand? You know what I mean? Ultimately, what should the NFL do if you're them?
I'm not in favor. I don't rock with the owners. At a certain point, can we stop doing dumb shit? Can we stop doing dumb shit? Can we please act like adults and our first 2 stories are based upon people doing dumb shit. Yeah, that's what your ass gets. At a certain point, you have to be a grown man and understand that I make this amount of money. I do this for a living, and I need to respect that I'm making millions of dollars. I'm not repping, I'm not caping for the owners. But damn, dog, what are we doing at this point? Like, just stop doing dumb-ish. Like, it's ridiculous right now. I can't even defend y'all no more. I can't defend anything that goes on anymore because y'all put yourselves in circumstances as if it's brand new. It ain't brand new. You done had decades of people getting in these situations, and y'all continuously can do the same damn thing.
Mike's on one today, boy. Mo,
I'm on one because these McDonald's fries are crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike's on one today, Mo. What you think?
Yeah, Mike is on fire. He is making it hot. Man, I want to say what Mike is saying, but I can't, man, because we don't know the circumstances of these situations. Sometimes no matter how much money you get, you got to still let a person know, I'm not that guy. I'm not going for that. Now, the way they did it might have been dumb and ignorant, but sometimes in the heat of the moment, dumb and ignorant is all you got left.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same token, you could lose a lot of that too by acting.
Yeah, you can lose a lot. But you know what? This is the era of wins and losses. It's like sometimes you can lose just to win. I don't know if that makes sense. Cats lose stuff and they reinvent themselves and they win it all over again. It is so easy to reinvent yourself once you've already been out there. So sometimes that little change that they get from somewhere else, they don't even mean that much to them, dog. It's they respect. You gotta understand these are violent guys that had a violent past. and get tired of people treating them like they not violent.
No doubt about that one. All right, let's move on to the NFL, man. On Tuesday, there has to be a decision made about Lamar Jackson with the Baltimore Ravens. The decision is they got to figure out what they're going to do, or they have to franchise him, and they won't have any moves to make. If they franchise him, they won't have no moves to make in the offseason because they would have spent all their free up money on Lamar Jackson. So there's definitely Lamar Jackson decision looming. Now, Baltimore is in a pickle. Michael Sean, we've been talking about this for a while, but it looks like it's coming to a head right now, bro.
Baltimore's not going to pay him the money he wants to get paid. That's just it. I've been saying this since last year. We've been talking about this. Once again, the reason, no disrespect to his mom in no way. The reason why you have an agent that knows the game is because when you won the MVP, you were never supposed to step on the field again until you got the contract that you wanted. You're not supposed to wait till Deshaun Watson gets a contract and he gets massages and people are rubbing his inner thigh. Pause. You're not supposed to wait for that. Your agent is supposed to tell you you won the MVP unanimously, and now we're going to ask for the money we want. You're not going to get it from Baltimore. They're not falling for this. You're not getting $250 million guaranteed, even though I think you deserve it and you should get it, but you dropped the ball. When you had the leverage, you didn't take advantage of it. So since his mom is the agent, that's his mom's fault. You're not supposed to get on the football field when you win a unanimous MVP. You're black. You're athletic quarterback, which means you run, which means you put yourself in danger. You were supposed to get the money. So now Baltimore's going to trade you to somebody who's going to give you, he's not going to get $250 million guaranteed, even though he deserves it. He's not going to get it. Promise. And I got a McDonald's fry. I'll bet on it.
Okay, he got McDonald's fried bowl. Do you side with him or his decision? What he's thinking?
Yeah, you know what? Lamar Jackson went into this thinking that the owners and the league and the people and the powers that be were going to be loyal to him once he did win the MVP. He thought that they had his back, and he didn't realize, like Chris Brown said, these hoes ain't loyal. They ain't loyal. They not. The owners, the hoes. Them hoes ain't loyal, man. They're going to try to get as much as they can out of you. And when it's time for you to get yours, they're going to sit there and have selective amnesia. Like you ain't did nothing the whole time you been there. These hoes ain't loyal. Get your money when you supposed to and stop letting family members ruin your careers. We've seen too many people, whether it be athletes, entertainers, let family members ruin stuff for them. These hoes ain't loyal.
Mike said something yesterday that made me go, bro. If he ends up in Miami, it's going to be a scary thing for the NFL. You know what I mean? If he ends up there, with that trade that Mike was saying, it's possible. Question for you, Mike. Tuesday, decisions have to be made to clear across the board. Everybody's looking at this Bryce Young kid right now. Everything else. My question to you: do you think Bryce Young is too young? It's too small? That's the main topic everybody's been talking about all morning this morning. Is Bryce Young too small?
Then Kyler Murray's too small. Bryce Young ain't too small. Like he's almost the same size as Jalen Hurts. It's these things that they put on. Well, they're like, yo, he's too small. He's too. That is just negotiating. He's not too small. Jalen Hurts right there showed you he's not too small. Y'all gave Kyler Murray all this money, who I believe is too small. Bryce Young is going to be fine in the NFL, especially when the NFL has decided you can't touch a quarterback. It's not the league. Like Josh Allen runs over linebackers. The rest of the league runs away from linebackers. He's going to be fine. Pick him. Don't be that team who does not pick Bryce Young. And then later on, everybody goes, you know who skipped over him, right? What I'm telling you, I promise you, they're going to be like, you know so-and-so skipped over him. You know so-and-so skipped over him. No, Bryce Young ain't too small. The man can play ball.
So you're saying the Bears? Are you saying the Bears should take him and trade Justin Fields?
No, I'm saying the Bears should trade the number 1 draft pick, and whoever gets him should draft him accordingly. I think Justin Fields is right there ready to be a superstar, just like Jalen Hurts was in the same situation a year ago when nobody thought, should he be the number 1 quarterback? He can't do this. He can do that. Just keep Justin Fields, trade the draft pick, get a ton of draft picks, and enhance your team, Chicago. Where's Rodney Perry at? Chicago, what is wrong with Chicago? What's wrong with Chicago? It's so simple. We could do this together, y'all.
Mo, what's your thoughts?
Listen, I said it once, I said it twice, I said it a million times. It ain't about his size. He is the Alabama quarterback. Alabama quarterbacks don't make it in the NFL. I don't care what y'all tell me. They either get hurt, they fold, they crumble. Alabama quarterbacks don't make. Frank, where is the quarterback for the New England Patriots from?
Where's Jalen Hurts from?
Yeah, did he win the Super Bowl?
Did he
win the Super Bowl?
Did he
win the Super Bowl? Alabama quarterbacks will let you down every single time. Alabama quarterbacks and Duke basketball players will let you down every single time.
He was in the Super Bowl. That's all I
in the Super Bowl.
No.
Third year.
Let me ask you. Listen, go to his house and ask him, is he satisfied with being in the Super Bowl as opposed to winning the Super Bowl? Alabama quarterbacks will let you down every single time.
All right. Let me ask you this, Mike. You said the other day Jalen Carter was going to be drafted. It looked like we weren't sure, but you was right at this spot on because you said Jalen Carter was going to be drafted. Well, yesterday he returned to the NFL Combine after his arrest, and it became official. He got out on bond and everything else. He's doing that. So I guess my question to you is how much hurt would you think his stock is going to be since he got, arrested? Do you think he's going to fall, down to the second round? Do you think he's going to be middle second round? Or you think he's going to be second or third pick? Because everybody's saying that, he's supposed to be the 1 or 2 pick.
If I'm a team, I pick him. If I'm in the top 5, I still pick him. But they won't, and that it'll be the whole drama that'll go through, and they'll be like, he was only picked in the second round or whatever. Like the NFL knows what they're doing. They're not going to pat. They don't care what you do as long as you can beat the case. Mm-hmm. If you can beat the case, if they feel it's not about a skill set, they're going to talk to their lawyers and say, can he beat the case? And his lawyers will say yeah or no. And if they say yeah, he will get picked. And all you football teams, all you organizations who trying to act like you're holier than thou and be like, oh, we can't pick him because of character issues. If you don't shut your I want y'all to Google Micah Parsons and see what he did in his past. I want you to Google what's his name from the Bengals? Is it Joe Nixon, the running back? Google him. Go Google the video when he 2-pieced the girl in the restaurant. Y'all don't care about what they do. So just draft them because you're going to draft them. And everybody's going to act like they don't know what happened when he's successful. Once he's successful in the NFL, nobody brings it up again. Not one announcer on CBS, Fox, ESPN, or any brings up Michael Parsons' situation at Penn State. They don't bring that up. So I'm going to be the same way. Draft them. Just draft them.
Yeah, I mean, Mike makes a good, but listen, Mo, Mike's on one today because he ain't, if I had the button to go, I'd be hitting it a couple times. Mo,
I know, man. If I was fuck Master Flex, I'd be dropping bad bombs to this one.
Yeah. Do you think Jalen Carter is going to be high up in the draft?
I don't know if he's going to be high up in the draft. That's a crapshoot. Even though we know he's going to get drafted, they will penalize you and let you drop a few rounds before you do get drafted. So I think he may drop to the second, maybe even third round. But here's the thing. I was just watching that on TV. He's due in court 9 days before the draft.
Right.
So we got to see what happens. You said, Mike, if he can beat the Chargers, draft him. It's a lot going against him right now. A whole lot. He started out the whole situation with a lie. But you're right, though. If he can get away with it, Michael Parsons, I forgot about mixing with that 2-piece. And they will forget. They will just say, hey, Hey, I was just saying it earlier. This is the land of reinvent yourself. This is the era of reinvent yourself. No matter what happens, you can always come back out and rebound from it. So
That's
you
that's
know,
right. So let's go around some stories in the NFL because let's keep it because the other day we hit on some teams. Let's see if we can cover some more teams. Speaking of some NFL teams, Michael Sean, what is your thoughts on the brand new Denver Broncos with Coach Sean Payton coming in, making changes, doing rules, changing everything else, and how it's going to affect Russell Wilson?
It's going to be the comeback, and they'll win 9 to 10 games. And Sean Payton will implement everything, and they will be praising Sean Payton as the God of all gods. And Russell Wilson will be revamped. And God forbid Sean Payton doesn't succeed this year. Let's just say they just win 5 games. It ain't going to be on Sean Payton. It's going to be on Russell Wilson. They're going to put all the blame on Russell Wilson. So this is the year. God bless. He got his money, guaranteed money that he got. I forget how much that he got on that. But they're not going to blame Sean Payton. They're going to blame Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson right now needs to be on one accord with Sean Payton and be like, what do you need me to do? What is this game plan? What's this offensive game plan that you made that Drew Bledsoe can succeed without being able to throw the ball 60 yards down the field? And they'll make that happen. I think they're going to be fine. I think everything else is icing on the cake because I believe they're going to win at least 9 to 10 games. And everybody will say Sean Payton is amazing. He's a genius and the whole thing. And Russell Wilson's whole persona will be put right back intact, even though they took his office from the second floor. They took his office. They took the office thing, which was damn.
Man, it's messed up. What's your thoughts on the Denver Broncos, Mo?
yeah, my thoughts is the same thing, man. It's all on Russell. Russell better listen to his coach this time. You know, I think they will win a good amount of games. I think they're going to barely miss the playoffs by a game or two because their division is so tough. You know, but we got to realize that, yeah, it is on Russell. Russell didn't want to listen when he was in Seattle, and he got to listen to Sean Payton if he wants to win because Sean Payton is coming in. He's not teaching the Sean Payton way. Remember, he was taught the New York Giants way, how to organize a team and how to set it up. I know, Frank. I know. You thought it was the Patriot way. It's the New York Giant way. Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells forever.
Which came from where? I could track this back, Bo. I could track this back.
It started in New York. It didn't start in New England. When did Belichick win his first ring? When he was where?
The Giants. Yeah, he with the Giants.
Okay, so it's the New York Giant way.
Okay, that's what you're gonna come for. Okay, all right.
I mean, he ain't lie.
I'm not saying I can't dispute that part. It came from the Giants, but you know, then they went to the Jets, then they went to the New England, then they went back to the Jets, then they went back.
But for some reason, when he went to New England, it was always called the Patriot way. The Patriots, no. It's the New York Giants way. Even Belichick said.
You know why it's called the Patriots way? You know why it's called the Patriots way? Because when they was with the Giants, they won 1 Super Bowl. When they went to Patriots, did 6. But you know, we'll go with the Giants way. You know.
No. He won. He won two.
He won 2.
He won 2.
Okay,
he won 2.
6
he won 2.
6 still more than 2.
Who beat y'all twice in the Super Bowl?
Oh, here we go with that again.
Oh, you don't want to talk about that? No, it's just crazy. You don't want to talk about that.
Hey, but Mike,
it wasn't for lucky 2 catches.
Lucky 2 catches.
Hey, Mike, they don't ever want to talk about that. But if you bring up baseball, the first thing they say is, what's the greatest comeback in sports ever? The Red Sox and the Yankees.
He said lucky 2 catches. How about the luckiest play call ever when Russell Wilson threw the ball at the goal line?
That was. I'm not even disputing that. That definitely was.
Okay.
Definitely was. All right, so let's keep moving on with Michael Sean. Michael Sean, what's your thoughts on the Seattle Seahawks now with Geno? What you really think they're going to do with Geno? Do you think they're going to keep Geno? Because Geno had a phenomenal year. Or do you think that they might try to get this Derek Carr situation or Jordan Love or Jimmy G? Or like there's a lot of quarterbacks out there floating around, and Seattle proved that it was Russell Wilson.
I'm not an agent. I don't know the integral parts of being an agent, but if I'm Geno's agent, I go to Seattle and be like, when they offer me something, say sold and just sign on the dotted line. Because Geno Smith, I hate to tell you, as great of a season you had, nobody is going to believe you right now. Sign with Seattle Tell your agent I want to stay right here. Don't go to a team trying to be a savior. Don't go to a team that's in need of a quarterback. Stay right there and sign the contract, dog. Like sign it and stay where you're familiar. You already know the game plan. You already know the offensive strategy. Don't try and go out here because ain't nobody paying an arm and a leg for Geno Smith because listen, the Giants really don't even believe in Daniel Jones after 1 year. They're really negotiating now. Geno, sign a damn contract, stay with Seattle, get a 4-year contract, get your $40 million guaranteed. And where are you going to go? Where are you going? You ain't going nowhere. Sign a contract right now. Do that. Make it happen. Chill. You know everything that's going on. You know who they're drafting, where they're going with this whole situation. Please, don't play yourself. Don't go to Tampa Bay. Don't go to Tampa Bay because all of a sudden you're going to be the savior. You're not the savior. You had a great year. Repeat that. Stay with the familiarity. You got DK Metcalf right there. You got a number 1 receiver. Don't go veer off and do some craziness. But hey, who am I? I'm not an agent.
I think we gotta hit that button again, Mo. We hit that button again. Mo, what's your take? What's your take, Mo?
Thank you.
Yeah, my take is man, get your money. Go wherever you need to go to get that money. You've been in the league since God left Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You've been running around here trying to prove yourself. You finally had a decent year. If you're going to get that money in Tampa Bay, go to Tampa Bay. If you're going to get that money anywhere else, go get your money. But realize that you got to produce. That's what it is. You got to produce. It is it's a safe bet to stay in Seattle, but in Seattle, he's something to become a second string quarterback all over again. Cause let them get a Derek Carr. He's right back on the bench. Did I say Derek Carr like from New England? I just said that. I heard
you did.
I caught that. I caught that too.
Carr.
Oh man,
Derek
Carr. Man, I'm sorry. I'm not an agent either, but go get your money wherever you can get it from. You've already shown the league that you can produce, and the league is getting to a point where all they can do, they just can get the team to fit around what his skill set is. Go get your paper, dog. Go get your paper.
There it is. What do you think the thoughts would be on the Cincinnati Bengals, Michael Sean? What's your thoughts? Cincinnati Bengals 2 years ago in the Super Bowl. Last year they're the AFC Championship. It seems like they're going backwards, Michael Sean.
How are they going backwards?
Super Bowl year before, AFC Championship last year. They should have got to at least the Super Bowl. That's going backwards.
Patrick Mahomes went to a Super Bowl, then went to the AFC Championship and lost, then went back to the Super Bowl.
True.
Like what? Like, no. The Bengals are fine. What you got to do is sign Higgins and keep the run it back. Run it back like we say on the basketball court. Let's run that back. Run the same thing back. You're good right now. Listen, you're going to have to pay Joe Burrows whatever he wants. Whatever he wants, Joe Burrows is going to be like, listen, give me like 30% of the team, and there's nothing they can say. He done put the Bengals on the map. They're going to be in the AFC Championship again, unless Lamar Jackson gets traded to the Dolphins. They're going to be right there again. Y'all better just keep it back, keep the same squad with you, make the correct draft picks, and go with it. Because, I mean, the Bengals are going to be, dog, if the officials hadn't gotten involved, the Bengals would have probably been in the Super Bowl back-to-back times. But they did. That's what the NFL does, narrative. Narrative. Narrative.
I think they were robbed too, because the Bengals should have been in the Super Bowl. That was a horrible call. Mo, what's your take on the Cincinnati Bengals? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, for some reason, the Cincinnati Bengals always look like they going backwards until it's time to win those games and get into the playoffs, and then we all sit here talking about how great we forgot they were. How good we forgot they were, because when the season started, no one seen the Bengals doing what they did, going to the AFC Championship. a few plays away from going to the Super Bowl.
I
So
did.
this is what they do. They always look like they going backwards. Maybe that's a tactic. Make them think we stupid when we really ain't stupid, and they're gonna underestimate us.
Hmm. Well, I didn't think that was a fluke year for them. I thought the Bengals. I think the Bengals are stacked for a little bit for.
The
But
Bengals is stacked, and they're gonna make their run, and they're gonna do what they do. But for some reason, the Bengals is the type of team that's not gonna come out the gate knocking out teams with the first punch. You know, it takes a little playing. It takes a little bit more for them to get it going. But when they get it going, watch out there now.
yeah, what's your thoughts on the Detroit Lions, Michael Sean? Because it seems like they put some stuff together over there too. What's your thoughts?
They could surprise everybody. Detroit is going to be in a. I can't believe I'm saying Detroit's going to be. They are guaranteed to be in the playoffs. I can't believe Detroit is about to make a move where they're going to be. They're going to have a chance, a real chance to be in the NFC Championship game. They have a real chance. I know the Eagles are tough. I know the 49ers got their thing when they get the quarterback right. Damn, Detroit is really. I know, and if Rodney Perry was here, he would tell us a story about Detroit, how he went to a strip club in Detroit and it didn't turn out right. But Detroit
He would.
is probably going to win one playoff game and have a chance. Yeah, have a chance to be in the NFC Championship. They got a shot. They got a shot. Just leave it alone. Do what you keep doing, y'all. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, they definitely got a chance. Mo, what's your take on Detroit? Because they came back like in the last 2 years, they went from nobody, nothing to making some noise. What's your take, Mo?
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking now. Detroit finished their season at 9-8. You know, they finished second in the NFC North, only to the Minnesota Vikings, who now we can say was a fluke. We know they were a fluke, you know, but still, Detroit got a lot to go through before they can actually say they're going to come up and pop off in the playoffs. Not because they're not a good team, but because of their division. You know, they still got the Vikings, who can always be a threat. The Packers are in their division, and we know that the Chicago Bears are retooling up. So they're going to have a fight on their hands. But Detroit got a good chance of being up in there. I'll give them that much. I'll give them more of a better chance than in previous years. But it ain't an easy one. It ain't going to be no walk in the park.
You're definitely not going to be that one. But speaking of walk in the park, Michael Sean, what's your thought on the Steelers? Because they thought they want to walk in the park straight to the playoffs too. And surprise, surprise, things changed up for them. What's your take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, Michael Sean?
I mean, you can't never a walk in the park. You can't never like actually talk too bad about the Steelers. The Steelers have been so consistent for so long, and I have confidence in them. They will win 9 or 10 games. It just depends on do they have the actual offense to make it happen? Can they compete with the Bengals? Can they compete with the Chiefs? Can they compete with the Bills? And I don't think they can. But right now, they're trying to structure their situation where is this quarterback for real, for real? Can this quarterback lead them? And can he compete with the Patrick Mahomes of the world? Can he compete with Josh? Can he compete with Joe Burrow? Can he compete with Lamar Jackson? Like stuff like that. You gotta, but you can't ever discount the Pittsburgh Steelers. You just can't, because they're gonna be around at the end of the year, and you figure like, we'll see what happens. Shout out to Mike Tomlinson, because that head coach is so stable and he stays there, and he's consistently has his team in a good frame of mind, and he knows how to run human beings, grown ass men.
Maurice Smith, what's your thought on the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Maurice Smith, damn it, he called you Maurice Smith.
I know.
I didn't even know your name.
I know.
I thought you were just Mo, homie. I thought you were just Mo. I did not know.
I wish he would have remembered my name when it was time to give out the backstage passes.
In the lines of things you never forget.
Yo.
For the record, don't ever let me get something on you, Mo. I ain't gonna never let you live it down. For the record. For the record.
Yo, Frank left. For those who are watching the show who don't know the backstory, Frank left him outside trying to get in. And now he wants to say his name, Maurice Smith. Mo probably said, "My name is Maurice Smith, and I'm a Sagittarius," and couldn't get in at certain things. But now Frank wants to know his entire damn name.
Bro, did you say my name is Maurice Smith and I'm a Sagittarius?
No, I said my name is Maurice Smith and I'm a Scorpio. And I was put here to write on this. They were like, well, write yourself a ticket out of here. Listen, the Steelers, man, organization, great organization. Mike Tomlin, I take my hat off to Tomlin because everybody and their mother thought he was going to have a losing season. They all predicted Steelers to go down the greasy pole. Where's it at? Where's it at?
He went down the greasy pole.
They all predicted it, and he still came out. He didn't, he still made some moves. But the division is tough too. Because leading the division is the Bengals, and then you got the Ravens. The Cleveland Browns, I ain't worried about them. I ain't worried about them. But Steelers, it's tough. The whole AFC, man, has become a real tough every single division almost.
Mo couldn't get in, and Mo was like, "Look, I'm a writer." He had his notebook and the whole nine. He had a pen. He was like, "No, I'm right. I'm just."
I had pictures. I had pictures of me and Chris Spencer. I'm like, "Look, this is me and Chris Spencer. This is me and Buddy
right.
and Buddy right here. Frank, he gonna be back though. He gonna be back. He knows. He's from Boston. Listen, you got a New York hat on, right? But I live in Boston. I'm not. Woosah. About to take another flight.
I'm a Scorpio. No, I'm a Scorpio. He knows that. It should be on a no.
About to take another flight. I just want to have a good night. Hold up.
Poor Mo. Mo is a gangster. I love it. Mo. Poor Mo.
I know. I'm gonna have to take care of Mo. I don't think I could sell.
How the hell you get back before Mo? Frank was like, Mo's not back. He's not here. He's still in LA. What? You left him?
Yo, Mo D, Marlon Baker, they were like, here's some coupon for Fat Burger.
We out. You decided you wanted to stay and watch You wanted to stay and watch the sunsets.
Well, you know what? It was my first time in LA. I did get to make some moves and meet some people, and it was suggested that I do it, man, and I did it. And I'm actually planning to go back real soon because it was told to me as in the past 48 hours, that's where I need to be. I need to get myself out to LA. And you know what? I'm willing to do whatever it is to tell these jokes because either tell these jokes or die, baby.
No, you got to do it, and just just understand the first of the month, the first Illuminati meeting is there. So make sure you make that first Illuminati. No, I'm playing.
Yo, let's jump back into this, man.
I'm not playing.
Right. I know you're not real.
Let me ask you this, Michael Sean. Is Ja Morant messing up? That's the title of this next segment. Is Ja Morant messing up because he allegedly assaulted a teenager in his neighborhood with a teen alleged Morant had a gun in his waistband. The police report did not say Morant pulled out the weapon, but him and his 9 friends pulled up at a finish line in a mall to handle a dispute concerning his mother, the teen's mother, and a most recent allegation where somebody riding Morant's car apparently pointed a laser at people, and also they pointed a laser at the Indiana Pacers traveling party, none of which paints Morant and his people in a positive light, because right now Morant is the leading guy for Nike. He's the leading guy for most sponsorships in the NBA. He's the leading guy for most accolades in the NBA. He is a rising star in the NBA. The question is Ja Morant finding a way to mess up all of this? What's your take, Michael Sean?
Ja Morant, we talked about this story a few months ago when
right.
Ain't nothing like somebody who's not built for something being involved in something they not built for. First of all, listen, people, we do this thing where there are certain athletes I will critique and be like, if I saw you in real life, I wouldn't say what I said. Like I would be like, no, my bad. And I would be like, I ain't even say that. John Morant ain't one of those people. Ja ain't nobody in these squares scared of Ja. So the fact, listen, Ja, I do the same thing you do. I moisturize in the morning. You have great skin. Your hair
No,
is your hair is beautiful.
Wow. Oh, wow.
no.
You're trying to act as if you're built for that life. We know you're not built for that life, Ja. You're an amazing basketball player. If I saw you, none of us in these squares are scared. But what you're doing is you're getting caught up. And let me tap this. Let me, for all those athletes out there, if you're not built for the life, act like you're not built for the life. Stop letting these dudes get you caught up like, yo, we got to go over here. We got to do this. You know how many times I've had people like, yo, Mike Sean, we got to go over here. We got to take care of this. And I'm like, nope, we don't. Do you see my hair? Do I look like I take care of stuff? I got curls. I moisturize in the morning time. But Ja got caught up with his people. He got caught up, and now he's in trouble. Just be who you are, dog. You have amazing flow.
His dad. His dad is tough. His dad is gangster like, but he ain't gangster.
No, his dad's not gangster. His dad's not gangster either.
I think his dad's gangster like.
He put his hand out the Shannon Sharp when he got scared. He was like, "Hey, I ain't got no problem with you." He ain't. No.
Another one. Yeah, Mike. Another hit the button. Hit the button mode. Hit the button. Mike.
He wasn't gangster. His dad didn't want no smoke with an old ass Shannon Sharp, and neither do I. Just be who you really are in real life. You're not a gangster dude, dog. You got a girl doing your hair twice a week. Stop playing like you a gangster dude. Just play basketball and dunk on people. This is the thing that society has people really believe. If I make believe I'm that dude, I can really be that. We don't believe you. You need more people, Ja. Just dunk on people. And yes, the question is Ja messing up? Yes, he's messing up. Of course he's messing up. Trying to be somebody that he's not.
So Michael Sean says he's messing up. Mo, what's your take? Is Ja Morant messing up the bag for you?
John Morant is letting people mess up the bag for him, because that's 9 times out of 10 when we hear these situations, it don't be the athlete or the person that they actually talking about. It be people in the camp. Ja, it's time to cut that dead weight loose, dog. You about to go into another level of celebrity. You're about to go into another level of life, and you're gonna let these cats from the projects drag you right back. They're gonna drag you right back. That's the truth. That's the truth, man. 9 times out of 10, it don't be that, because Ja, you just said it, Mike. He ain't built like that. But the cats in his camp probably are. And he gonna sit back and listen to them. He is. Yeah, he messing up, man. Come on, you got too much to lose. You just got to talking about what's the name on the NFL channel? Losing that. Talking about you need. Yeah, talking about that's what your ass get. Shoot. If John let these thugs stay in his league, that's what his ass get. And he need to sit his ass down.
I agree with that.
John Starks will beat Ja Morant's ass right now, and John Starks is 55 years old, though.
Right, but what about the people in Ja Morant's camp that don't care about sneaker deals or contracts or long-term contracts? All they thinking about is respect.
I just want to know what ointment, what does he use for his skin? His skin is amazing. Like, I would like to know, what does he put? Like, that would be amazing.
You know what? You don't know what he uses? He uses every black person uses.
See.
Cocoa butter.
Cocoa
butter.
All right,
cocoa butter.
The new Mavs duo combined for 82 points. Luka had 42. Kyrie Irving had 40. Mavs beat Philly 133 to 126. They created some havoc. Is this the way something we get ready to look forward to? Or, you know what I mean? Like, did they finally put it together? Are they putting it together? Because the new Mavs duo is creating havoc, bro. What's your thoughts?
So that was an amazing performance, but excuse me, do we think they're both gonna average 40 in the playoffs? It's great regular season. No, we done had 2 people score over 70. We done had over like 15 people score over 50. It was a great performance. I watched it. Amazing. And I'm going to curse one time. That shit is not going to happen in the playoffs. That is not going to happen in the playoffs. God bless. Y'all had a great performance. And I want all the Maverick fans to really enjoy Kyrie Irving while he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have to play defense, Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving ain't going to be there to play defense in the playoffs. So when the first round elimination comes and they get knocked out, and then Kyrie's like looking around like, where am I going? LeBron. So enjoy it. It was an amazing performance. 2 people scoring 40 points. Okay. Y'all not going to do that in a 7-game series in the playoffs. Ain't going to happen. So that was great. Y'all did it. Y'all made it happen. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving are amazing. Both of those dudes are unstoppable, especially when they get hot. But even Jason Kidd knows that's not going to happen in the playoffs. Somebody got to play defense.
Okay. So with that being said, what's your take, Mo?
Yeah, we already knew that Luka and Kyrie were going to create magic, but you can't outscore the whole league to a championship. Dallas did it one year and won the championship with that outscoring the league and no defense. That don't sit well all year long. It ain't. But we knew they were going to have some magical moments and some great moments to look back and say, oh, what a great tandem. But it ain't going to win them no rings. It's not. The only really defensive presence is Reggie Bullock on the perimeter. Other than that, come on, man. Me and you and Mike could go in there and score 125 against Dallas.
You hear that, Michael Sean? He thinks we could definitely do that. Okay. I ain't mad at that. The LA Clippers got to be tougher amid a 4-game skid since Coach Ty Lue. Coach Ty Lue is concerned. LA Clippers got the highest payroll in the league. Is this year to make it a bust year for the LA Clippers, Mike Sean?
I hate to be the guy who piles on, but this is all happening because y'all got Russell Westbrook and y'all thought y'all were gonna change the status quo. Y'all were like, we're gonna put Russell Westbrook in here and it's gonna Russell Westbrook is a Hall of Famer. But there's something about his game that doesn't apply to winning. And the Clippers are going to find that out. And I promise you, I will make this prediction right now. By the time they hit the playoffs, Russell Westbrook will not be starting. He will be coming off the bench, and they will use him for what he's serviceable to use. Russell Westbrook is not the guy you want when it's time to win major games. It's just not. Kevin Durant left his ass. He went to James Harden left his ass. The Washington Wizards, he got traded off of there. Then he went to the Lakers. Failure. All these are failures. Like, I'm almost about to be like, in my mind, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But I really don't think he's a Hall of Famer, even though his stats are going to add up to him being a Hall of Famer. Dog, everywhere he goes, you realize how limited his game is. So what? He hustles. So if I hustle and we lose, what does that mean? Oh, he plays hard. Yeah, we lost. Again. Oh, he plays so hard. He brings it every night. But if you lose every night, what is the point of having Russell Westbrook on your squad? Like, he's going to be coming off the bench, and you're going to see this is the finale. This is the grand finale of a career. He'll go to he'll be on Orlando next year. They'll give him money. He'll be on Orlando. He'll be the point guard. They won't win nothing either. It's a disappointment. And I know Kawhi Leonard quietly, because, Kawhi don't talk. So he's going to sign language this. He's going to do a whole bunch of sign language and put him on the bench. Put him on the bench.
So what you're saying is basically this is their final year, then, Mike. You're saying all that to say, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Done. Okay. Mike, well, what's your take? Is this their final year? They're going to break things up if they don't make, because they got the highest payroll in the league. They've had years of injuries. They just got years of problems. So what's your take, Mike, Mo?
My take is that I think Russell Westbrook must have snatched the chick from Mike Sean, because he just went ham on a whole Russell Westbrook segment. Like, he took a chick. Did he take a chick from you at the club?
Am I wrong? Hold up. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
The question is, They got the highest payroll in the league. Is this a make it or break it year for them when Coach Lou not looking too good and the team not doing too good? You went into a whole hall. Man, Russell Westbrook must have took your girl at the club. Said, "Come here, girl. 40 million." He could do 40 minutes.
Would you rather have D'Angelo Russell on your team or Russell Westbrook?
I'll take D'Angelo Russell. But listen, you know
Thank you.
what? The Clippers right now, they're not looking too good. And you know what? We've learned from teams in the past. Highest payroll don't mean you're gonna be at the highest point of the league and winning where you're supposed to be. Yeah, this is it for them. They're about to blow the whole thing up. Kawhi didn't really do what he was supposed to do. He stayed injured. PG didn't do what he was supposed to do. They haven't had a decent floor general since Chris Paul left. Yeah, this is it for them. They're gonna blow the whole thing up for real.
I think they're gonna blow the whole thing up. Final question for the show before we roll up out of here. LeBron James was seen a couple of days ago at a concert without his boot on. He goes to the game with his boot on. People up there upset because LeBron James has his foot tendon injury reevaluated again in 3 weeks, but he got caught in video on social media dancing on the same foot at I forgot what concert it was, night before last. Concern, Michael Sean?
Russell Westbrook. No, I'm playing. Dog, can we stop? Do y'all really think LeBron is faking an injury? Because why? Why would he fake an injury? Exactly why. The man wants to play. He went to a concert. He was chilling. He was two-stepping. He wasn't doing a TikTok video and doing all. He was chilling. He did a two-step. Like, can y'all leave this man alone? Do y'all really think he doesn't want to be on the court right now with a team that has the potential to actually go to the playoffs? God, get off his dude. Goodness, God.
Oh.
Enough.
Yeah, but they riding LeBron, though. They riding LeBron. They ride LeBron. Mo, what's your take on this situation? LeBron gets caught on video dancing at a concert, but then he's wearing a boot at the games. What's your
Man,
take
until LeBron gets out of LA, he ain't gonna be able to do nothing right. They didn't want him in LA in the beginning. They felt that he was gonna ruin the culture. Remember that when it was a big thing? So every little thing LeBron does is gonna be more and more, exposed and blown up. Man, leave that man alone. So what he had the boot? Maybe he had the boot in the corner and he took it off so he can get a little breather. Man, them things get tiring sometimes. Don't nobody want to wear that boot all the time. The people out here who got real injuries don't even want to. Well, I ain't gonna say real injuries, but people out here in the world with injuries don't want to wear those boots or them braces all the time. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I know I don't want to wear it. When I had my foot up in the bed, listen, I hated it. Hated it. I remember that for me a couple years ago, 2015. I was walking around for half the year. It's something on my leg too. I hated it. Anyway, we're getting ready to roll up out of here. Michael Sean, what's your weekend looking like, bro?
Dallas, DFW. I'm on my way tonight. I'm flying out there to DFW. We got a red carpet situation, but the only thing I'm worried about is CW33. If you're out there, check it out. My show, 12:30 p.m. I should say. The Michael Sean Show. We got Charleston White on there, so make sure you check that out. Also, if you miss it, go to Media Room 360 TV on YouTube. Check out all the situations and shout to my man Nick Cannon. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say.
Now you know I gotta call you. Now you gotta call you.
Shout to Nick Cannon. That's all I'm gonna say. Just make sure you watch the show every Saturday, 12:30. It goes down the Michael Sean Show. Shout to Nick Cannon. What's good?
Mo, what you got going on this weekend? What's popping?
Yeah, man. You know what? This New England weather has canceled my weekend, man. I'm sad to say that. I had a bunch of dates up in New Hampshire this weekend, but we got some snowstorm. Frank, you know that. We got storms that's supposed to be coming in any minute now. So I'm back here in the lab writing, baby, writing. Because you know what? When you can't do nothing else, write, baby, write. Because you never know when it's going to be your turn, when it's time to come off the bench. You better be ready.
No doubt about it. Thank you all for watching. I want to thank the ladies and gentlemen who've been watching the show and supporting the show. I see y'all out there making some great comments. Ooh, celebrity basketball game. Okay, Rich, I see you. That's a great idea, Rich. That's a great idea. I might have to do that. celebrity basketball game. Okay, might have to do that. Anyway, y'all, we'll be back on Monday. We're gonna finish talking about the rest of this NFL. We're gonna talk about the NFL draft, some more sports happens over the weekend, everything else. That's Mike, that's Mo, I'm Frank, and we definitely gotta change these credits, which I'm doing this weekend. Y'all take care. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.